Okay, so we are live.
Hello, everyone.
Hi. And I'm going to look at my phone here. It's easier to see who's coming in when you're doing it this way.
Okay.
So anyhow, I am Nancy Yawner from the Heart of the Home Facebook Live, coming to you every Wednesday at 4. And I'm with Love to List under the Keller Williams umbrella. And I am so excited to be here with you today to introduce you to these two wonderful people that I've developed a new relationship with and looking forward to having a long-term relationship with. And they own a very unique business, which I am excited to share with you. A couple of things though, before we get started. I just wanted to thank everyone for popping by last week while I introduced you to 3 communities in Loudoun that have low HOA fees. And I did hear from you that you guys really liked that. So I will probably do a part 2. And because there's a few more others out there that I can share with you. I also wanted to say something real quick and to my guest, Payman Arian. Is that how you say it? I'm sorry.
Ararian?
Ararian. I have a hard time. Thank you.
Got it.
And then Casey Kester. Before I start having a conversation with you and that you get to share your story and your business and what's going on, sometimes I like to kind of bring it back full circle for people as to kind of why I'm doing this. And it started out, by the way, actually a year ago. And it started out being called Uncharted Waters, because as we were going through the pandemic, I felt it was important to come on and be positive, be uplifting and encouraging. I also, have some reality, right? It was been a difficult challenge, right? So wanted to just connect with people and be there for people. Well, when I realized that the pandemic isn't going away, I didn't want to do a live show, Uncharted Waters, for the rest of my career or whatever. So I decided to do something that's really important to me. And how I grew up. We grew up a family of 7, and we always had dinner around the kitchen table, and we always shared our lives. We shared the good, the bad, the tears, the laughter, the carefrontation, if you want to call it that, instead of confrontation. But we learned about each other and where we are in lives, and we also had some really heartfelt conversations and communication, right? And it's so key. And I find that especially right now, we need to connect more and learn more and support each other as much as we can. So I love supporting local businesses. It's a passion of mine. And so that's kind of how it all got started. So again, I'm delighted that you're here. And there's 3 things that kind of stood out to me while we were talking. I was going to share those little tidbits, and then I'll let you guys have the floor and you can tell us a little bit how you started and whatnot. But the 3 things that really stood out is that how your business started, because it started, even though it was an idea a long time ago, it started as a result of almost like a little bit of a challenging time, a crisis time in your life, right? So when that happens, it's amazing the silver lining behind things, right? So that stood out to me. And then also what stood out to me is that when you have these 2 very talented, different skill sets and knowledgeable and experienced people coming together like a collaboration and pooling your resources and what you're really good at, right? And when you do that, that's, to me, in my life, I see the most successful businesses, or when you have kind of like this magic that you guys have, which I've noticed. So, and then the last thing is that I know you guys really, it's important to you, the amount of engagement and building relationships and, kind of the long-term, business, not just one and done. So those are the 3 things that really stood out for me. And I know everyone's going to love hearing about you too, and how you met and how this business goes and what makes you unique. So Payman and Casey, I know it's a little longer introduction, but thank you so much for being here.
Oh, it's our pleasure.
Thank you for having us on, Nancy. I really appreciate it. I love what you're doing. I think this is a great format, and I very much like yourself, we love supporting local businesses. So I think this is great what you're doing. Do you want to start?
Oh, sorry, but it froze a little bit there.
I was just saying thank you, and I think this is a great format, and much like yourself, we like supporting local businesses. So I think what you're doing is fantastic. So thanks for having us on.
Absolutely.
So I'll get started a little bit, just give a little bit of history about myself, and then I'll let Casey chime in, and then we'll talk about how we met and how we got connected and how everything started. I've been in retail my entire life, ever since I was 14 years old, working full time at a farmer's market, and then going on to a clothing store, and every company I worked for, I would move up, and I was managing stores by the time I was 18 years old. Spent my entire career in retail. About 15 years ago, I got into the furniture industry, and worked a little bit more in retail sales as opposed to just retail. And I fell in love with the furniture industry and the furniture world. So I stayed there, was general manager at a family-owned furniture store in Sterling, then moved to my last position, which was at Wolf Furniture, a general manager at Wolf Furniture. We grand opened the store in Leesburg, and I had hired Casey as one of my sales consultants there. And it was a lot of fun. I had a blast grand opening that store, and the company was wonderful to work for. And they're based out of central Pennsylvania. And just a great company to work for. Unfortunately, the owner sold the business in late 2017, and it was sold to a private equity firm that didn't seem to care much about the business, more about the profit. They sold the real estate from all the stores, and kind of just watched the business collapse under poor management and poor senior management. So
well, two things on that note. First of all, it's really interesting that we have that little connection, because my husband's from Altoona and knows Wolf very, very well. And I can even remember I went and did a little speech at the furniture store. Yep. You weren't there at the time, but just talking to the salespeople about mindset or something like that. So it's kind of interesting connection.
Yeah, small world.
Yes.
Unfortunately, the company was in bad shape financially, and then the pandemic hit, and they decided to file bankruptcy and close 196 stores plus.
Wow.
And so Friday, March 20th was our last day there. I'll let Casey talk about her history and where she came from, but I will say, from the moment I hired her, I saw something in her that very few people possess. The drive, the ability, the care, it really stood out. And it was very clear that from the beginning, she was going to be an all-star.
Oh, that's very nice. That's very nice. I love that.
Very nice. So my degree that I actually went to college for is graphic design. And I love design and I love creating stuff. But when I graduated, it was really hard to find a job in graphic design, because it was at the time period when print and magazines and newspapers were all like laying off their designers. There were very few jobs. And obviously I'm fresh out of college. I need a job. And Wolf's was hiring. They were opening the store in Leesburg, and I had never done sales. I had never considered sales. Like, I liked furniture, but I didn't know anything about furniture. But the job was helping people using colors, using design, and creating their rooms. And that I felt like I could do. So
right. It's good. You're a natural at that. So it kind of fell into it, even though
that it actually kind of related. And he hired me, bless his soul, because he knew I didn't know anything. And he trained me from the beginning. And you know, the first couple of years I was sales. I got into President's Club. I did really well. It was really fun. It was so fun working in the store and helping people and just, you know, getting to see all the things they created and getting to see the picture of the room when it was done and visiting their house. It was just, it's so nice.
Rewarding.
An experience like no other.
Mm-hmm.
And then a couple of years later, I'm like, you know what? I need another challenge. I want to do something else. So he started training me to be a manager. And I managed for about the last 4 years of the time we were at Wolf's.
Wow.
In a couple different stores. And then at the end, when Wolf closed, it was like, you know, we were working one day and they were like, okay, we're going to shut the doors and you're all going to leave and you're never coming back.
Oh,
and then like the whole world shut down and we were in the middle of a pandemic. So, you know, we're both like, okay, we don't have any jobs. We don't have any health insurance. We don't have any money. Like, what are we going to do here? And he had this idea from several years ago that he had come up with this whole plan to deliver beer and wine in this kind of small radius format. And we started talking about it and working on it and realized that, you know, if there was ever going to be a chance to have this business, now was the chance.
Right.
So, you know, I put my skills to use by helping to design the logo.
I love.
Oh, thank you. I helped to figure out what we wanted the business to be called, to make, you know, to be a catchy name that people would remember, but that's also really fun. I do all of our like social media and our marketing, and I take our pictures.
And you're really great at it, I have to say. I really enjoy your Facebook page a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's fun to do. It's really, it's like, it's never like super serious. We're just, you know,
right.
Just two of us having fun one day.
Well, that's what's so nice, that you can have a business plan and enjoy it and have fun at it, right?
Yeah.
And so you guys met at Wolf and you had this kind of, you know, very difficult time and you decided to take advantage of this opportunity, right? You turned it into an opportunity. And so what is Buzz Butler? I know on the website it says it's your premier delivery, right? Beer and wine delivery. Yep. So what exactly is that? And I do love the name Buzz Butler because I love the idea of a butler coming with my my spirits.
Right.
So tell me more about your company and the model.
Sure. So one of our competitive advantages is that everything is in-house. Unlike other wine stores that will hire a third party to make the delivery, or other models of beer and wine spirits deliveries, where they partner with grocery stores and deliver from their inventory. We're all in-house, so we have our own inventory and we make our own deliveries. So from the moment a customer visits our website, they're interacting directly with us. They're not getting someone else's product. They're not getting somebody else to deliver to their door. It's all us.
And what I love about your products is that you have, you know, a range of pricing.
Yes.
I mean, from low end to, you know, upper. Yep. And you have, you know, like common names that we would know in terms of a wine or beer. However, you also do so much with local, right?
Yeah, our focus is more to support the local breweries and wineries of Loudoun County, but also all of Northern Virginia. We didn't start out that way, but the business has grown in that direction, and I think it makes more sense. And that community is actually a lot of fun to work with. Yeah. The local breweries and the local wineries, and they're all small businesses or medium-sized businesses. They're privately owned, and the interaction is just far different than dealing with, you know, a winery out of Napa, you know, California, or even across the country, across the world, in Italy or France.
Right. You know. And so what, in terms of that though, you mentioned Loudoun, but I do know that you're where you're serving right now, because you guys are a newer business, so you know eventually you may be growing, but like your area that you serve right now,
Yeah. So right now we serve all of Loudoun County, every zip code in Loudoun, and we've branched into a little bit of Fairfax County,
Yeah.
Reston, Herndon, Chantilly, Centerville, and Great Falls.
Right. Kind of like the border areas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do have a storefront, and the storefront's in Sterling, even though
Right.
we're both in Leesburg. The storefront's in Sterling, but it's borderline where the Fairfax County, Loudoun County line, uh, right there at the line.
Yeah, I say where you are is the gateway to Loudoun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, and the other thing though that I thought was so interesting when talking to you is that, you know, you have several different ways that you can communicate with your customers. And what I heard in chatting with you is that you're really interested in getting to know your customers, and they can call you, they can order on the website, they can email you, they can chat with you. But it is a much more like personal experience. It's not like going to Total Beverage and picking up some wine. This is like a little more curated, if you will, right?
Absolutely. We have clients that call us with their order every week.
I love that.
That don't own computers, and you know they don't live that world of a smartphone or a computer, so they pick up the phone and they call us and they order their wine or beer every week. We had a client that was looking for a very specific, very nice bottle of wine that we were able to source for them and get, and it was an Opus One, 2017, I believe. It's a very nice wine.
Wow.
We have other clients that are studying for their WSET, and their instructor has given them a specific list of regions and what grape varietal, and we're able to work with them. All we need is about a 1 week advance notice so that we can turn it around and get that wine into their hands. So we do work, you know, you can call us, you can work through us on our website, you can email us. However you prefer your communication, that's how we want to serve.
Right, and even through like Facebook, I would imagine too, right?
Yeah. So Facebook, Instagram, that's all us. When you message us, that's us.
Right, and I will have on our live, we'll put all of your contact information there for people as well. So, but there's two other things I think I wanted to make sure I made sure we discussed, and if there's anything else you want to, but I do know you have a realtor program that you're going to be introducing. I don't know if you want to share that now, if you want to come back and share it with my realtor friends, that's up to you.
Well, we could do both. We are going to start a realtor program. It's in the works. You know, a lot of times realtors gift their clients, and what better gift than a bottle of wine and even a charcuterie board. You know,
right.
we partnered with the Cornichon, and people that order from us and from the Cornichon can have their Cornichon order delivered along with their beer and wine. So again, we love partnerships. We love helping other businesses, and I think the realtor program is a great way to say thank you, and we'll personalize it. You can type in, you know, a special note that you want to send, and we put a little thank you card together for the realtor. And we've had a couple of realtors do it already.
Oh, good.
And they've enjoyed it. So if
well,
you're
I'm
a
sure,
realtor out there,
I'm sure we'll be working together. And at the end, I'm going to talk about this event real quick we're going to be doing. But the one thing I also wanted to make sure that we let people know is that you are doing some charity.
Yes.
Right?
We just launched it the other day.
So tell us about that.
When you order from us and we come to your house to make your delivery, you can now give us old pairs of sneakers or cleats. We'll take them with us, and then we're going to be sending them in so that they can be recycled or reused. And the money is going to proceed the Mad Loudon Foundation, the Mothers Against Drunk Driving. Since so much of what we do is trying to help people stay in their home to do their drinking rather than travel while they're, you know,
right.
imbibing.
Right.
It really goes well together.
Yeah. Part of our mission is to provide affordable beer and wine to people while keeping the roads safe. So we have extended hours. We deliver up until 11 p.m.
That is great.
That way, you know, the wine store that closed that would deliver won't deliver after 9 o'clock. So
I love that. So, well, I just think it's a great business model. And, you know, the person that referred is Regina Alvear with the Cornichon. She referred us to each other. And she's like one of my personal faves. And we gift a lot of our clients her charcuterie boards. And then I think you're going to be like my new fave. So I'm excited about that. So I think this is a good time to just talk about our event briefly. And yeah, so, and we're going to talk about it a little bit more next week, right? So we are going to be doing a very special event for our Love to List family, and they'll be getting an invite in the email and Facebook and whatnot. But save the date for Saturday the 27th, and we're doing a kind of a very special, be delivering a charcuterie tasting box along with, we'll have some nice cheeses and some fruits and nuts and things. And then along with these amazing wines that we got to taste yesterday. So that was really a lot of fun, but they're coming from Fabioli and Casanel and Stone Tower, right? Yeah. So 3 wonderful wineries in the area, and there is going to be a cost. It won't be 100% free, but the value is about $100, and it's going to be half the price. So, and it's going to be for 2 people. You can be a couple, you can have a couple friends over, you know, whatever you feel like doing. But it's going to be, you know, for a limited number of people, and it's going to be RSVP. So we're getting the flyer out, I think, this afternoon. So we're super duper excited to be partnering with you and the Cornichon. And so next week, which is the 17th, we'll be back here together with Regina to talk a little bit more. I thought maybe we could do a little teaser, like show one wine that we're having and talk a little bit more about the logistics, like they have to be home to get the delivery and things like that. So, but I just think I'm just so excited for you guys with this new business, and thank you for helping us with our event, because March Madness, it's like we're just mad about our clients.
Absolutely. Well, we're honored to be working with you, Nancy. So thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity. And again, thanks for having us on.
Oh, you are so welcome. And I always sign off by saying thumbs up, lots of love, and keep smiling.
I love that.
There you go. All right. Well, we'll see you guys next week.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Right. Bye.
Bye.